know. What's going on, man?
Good. I was just telling him, we was talking about how I haven't been here in a long time. And I said I haven't been back because y'all was going down the path I didn't like at first.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, y'all doing a lot of street shit.
Oh, yeah. You're not a fan of that?
Nah.
Really?
Well, I can't be at that stage in my life.
Was there anything in particular, streetwise, that you thought was over the line?
I saw you guys a couple of times, and I just knew it was too much street going on.
Okay.
And I said, what is my man doing, Adam?
I mean, from my perspective, it's like the deeper we get into covering rap music, the more likely you are to land on stuff that is street oriented. And like,
okay,
even just No Jumper with like the whole idea of like, okay, we're going to get dudes who maybe their rap career didn't work out so much, or they're, you know, guys in their late 20s or their 30s or whatever, and we're going to try to turn these guys into podcasters and actually just like put guys from LA on the podcast.
Okay, so you're going to change their life in a sense.
Well, I'm just saying that like when you try to do that and you're looking at guys from LA who were rappers or are in the scene or whatever, know about what's going on in the culture, almost all the time they're going to end up being dudes who are from gangs out here.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like that kind of like pushed us in a direction where all of a sudden we just like, you know, because then once you have like a gang member or two, then all of a sudden you have to monitor the politics and
yes,
you have to worry about can this person be around this person and everything.
Won't say one wrong thing.
Yeah, you know, you got to be careful about who you get in the same room and everything like that.
Because you can say one wrong thing, one word, something that's not understood.
Oh yeah, we've had a few notable examples of that. Yeah.
That's my reason why. So I said, since he said y'all don't really do that much no more, I said I'm gonna start coming back now.
You feel like we're out the streets now?
I hope so.
Really? Okay. Well, that if there's any reason for that, it's because everybody got locked up. Brick Baby is facing federal charges for the Rolling 60s RICO. So we're actually going to find out tomorrow what his sentence is.
Oh, he's not going to trial? He's just going to...
He took a plea deal.
Smart.
Yeah. And then
life at him.
One of our other hosts, Almighty Suspect, is currently serving, I don't know, around like 3-4 years.
Okay, that's not bad.
For, I think, some sort of assault that involved like a woman getting maced or something.
Damn. So he was on probation already.
I'm not even 100% sure about that one. And then
you get that kind of charge.
Yeah.
Because normally you get probation. So he had a record.
Well, he had a whole bunch of stuff kind of piled up on top of each other. And then we have Aunt Hefe, who's been a host on No Jumper for maybe about a year. And he just recently got hit with a murder charge alleging that him and a bunch of fellow 8-Tray gangsters beat a man to the point that he died in a parking lot in their neighborhood.
Damn.
So that was pretty wild.
Yeah, because my life, you know, I'm what I call on a spiritual journey. A spiritual journey, and I've come a long way and made a good name for myself, you know?
Yeah.
And plus, I'm close to the 70, so...
Right.
So it's crazy.
So did you learn early in life to stay away from anything that was a little too close to like serious street stuff?
Yes, sir.
You figure that out?
Because you only take one mistake. You know, you ever heard of T.K. Carter?
No.
Comedian?
No.
He passed, right? But back in the 80s, he was on drugs a lot. And apparently, I think he did something wrong to somebody in the streets. Okay. But at that time, what they said was, when they approached me, it can't be 2 TKs.
Wow. So
I was in a serious, I had to prove to some other people that it wasn't me. But that's how I I guard my sanity and my life and peace.
Because that's one good thing about comedy as opposed to like hip hop is that in comedy, worst case scenario, maybe you get a little fist fight outside the club or something, right?
Right.
Worst case scenario in hip hop seems to be, you know, a lot more serious.
Absolutely. So, I've always loved your show, but I'll come back now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll come back because I got a lot to say.
I didn't even know that we had like a distance between us.
It wasn't distance. It was just me being a smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I've always rocked with you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, always.
I seen you in the steakhouse when I went to Vlad's birthday party, which you didn't actually like stick around at, but you kind of popped in, said hi to everybody, didn't eat any food, and then you were on your way.
Yes, I've always been like that my whole life.
That's a cool move right there. Yeah.
See, you peeped it.
Pop in, pop out.
I've always been that way. Always been that way. Dinners are private to me.
Really?
Yeah, dinners are private. It has to be one-on-one or just a few people, not a lot of people.
So that's like nightmare scenario for you, eating
absolutely.
Dinner around 20 semi-famous people?
Yeah. But it was good to run into you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't know you was working out like that. When we shook hands, I said, yo, my man been working the fuck out.
Damn. The testosterone's kicking in, I guess.
My man.
Just kidding. But no, but it is kind of like weirdly private eating food with someone that you like don't really know that well. And the one that really stood out to me was just seeing John Sally eat a big plate of vegetables.
Yes.
He's vegan, I guess.
Yes, yeah. I've known John a long time. Good
Nothing
guy.
but vegetables.
No, that's all he had? Wow.
Nothing. Everybody else got steaks and lobster and whatever the hell else Vlad paid for.
Right.
And John Sally just had hella vegetables, which, hey, respect to him, whatever works best for his life.
Yeah,
it was just kind of crazy to like, you know, you see these people on TV, you never know what they're like when they go out to eat. Who's got eccentric habits?
Yes. Yeah, it was interesting. It was a nice atmosphere as well. But I dipped in, dipped out, boom. You know, so it's cool.
Yeah, wow. So, okay, so that's your move. That's interesting. I'm trying to figure out the playbook that makes TK Kirkland tick, because you do just seem like such a genetic anomaly, like just a guy who's like seemingly not aging like other people are, and are just like weirdly resilient. He's like a Donald Trump.
Yes.
Where it's like he's just 80 something and he's still just like moving around nonstop. Just seems like he's never gonna break down.
I could see that. I'm just happy. I think looking young is just a reflection of my inner peace and how I move through life. You know, I worked hard to get here, so I enjoy it. You know, staying in the gym, trying to do 6 miles or walking a day if I can. You know, so no complaints.
That's good to hear. One thing I wanted to get on your ass about is saying that Druski's not a comedian.
Yes, good question.
How do we? Okay, let's just open the floor for that. Let me hear your rationale.
So Druski is what we call in the comedy world a personality.
Okay.
He doesn't go around and do comedy shows. He doesn't do comedy tours. He's a personality. I mean, he's funny. He's hilarious. He's good. He does the commercials, but you don't see him doing actual stand-up shows all around the country on a regular basis. So I'm not saying that he's not a actual comic, but this is just my opinion. From my opinion, he's just a personality. And by me knowing history, what I mean by history, knowing comedy IQ. A lot of comedians are comedians, but they don't have comedy IQ, meaning they don't know the history. They don't know other comedians' jokes. They don't know the whole story, how it began and where it ended up. They just know now.
Right.
So there was a comedian named Sam Kinison back in the day. Sam was a wild, crazy comic.
Right.
And this is just my opinion. I saw a couple of comics, even him, talk about religion. All of them end up dead. Every last one of them. So when I saw Druski do that, I said the universe to me was going to give him a pass because he wasn't truly a comic that understood what he was doing. Because if you notice in comedy, they very seldom make fun of religion. You never see it. I'm not saying that's taboo, but in my eyes, that's what I saw, and that's what I put two and two. I could be wrong, but that's just my theory.
I feel like people do make fun of religion. I just feel like maybe it's not even so taboo that it gets that much attention in this day and age, because it's almost like an easy laugh.
I think you could talk about a pastor. I think you could talk about the offering.
Right.
But to actually talk about Jesus Christ himself, and it's like anything, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
But what did Druski do that was over the line?
I just think what he did at the BET was when he came with came in as a I'm not sure. I don't know if he came in as a pastor or he came in as God, but it was something that got everybody's attention because some things I just block out. My memory's getting bad as I get older. Shit, I can't even lie to you. But that was just my opinion. Doesn't mean, and when people give an opinion, this is good that you asked this question.
Right.
People need to know you can't get mad at another man or woman when they're voicing their opinion.
Right.
The goal in life is to understand where that person comes from. Or if you don't agree, you say he's entitled to his opinion.
Okay, so my thing about Druski is that I feel like, so you're coming from a world where if you wanted to make it as a comedian, it's very limited routes. You could just do stand up for 10 years until you get to a certain level where people know about you. But even beyond that, that's not going to make you a household name. You're going to have to like get a TV deal or get a movie.
Even that doesn't make you famous.
And even that, like, it has to be unbelievably successful to make you really famous. Yes. It's just like the hardest path in the world.
Yes.
And then meanwhile, Druski is someone who came up in the modern age. I think I interviewed him in 2020.
Yes.
And he was really at the inception of his career at that time. At that time, he was pretty much just like a guy who had done really funny short form videos online.
Yes.
And it's crazy with him because he was able to like sidestep so many of the traditional routes to fame, where, he does like a reality show a couple times a year. He might pop in on people's streams. He produces these shorts for his own social channels that in some cases I was told that he'll spend like $100,000 on a YouTube short that is for sure not making more than a couple $1,000, which is pretty unbelievable. Just that from his perspective, like whatever that does for his brand or whatever that laugh is, it's worth it to him to spend these.
Well, here's the thing. Again, it goes with comedy IQ. See, I'm smart enough to understand how it changed.
Right.
See, we do have the traditional route. Then you have people like Jake Paul, who took boxing a whole nother level, then go through the normal paths that most boxers go. And you got Druski. The game has changed. Nobody's mad at it. It's just like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, right? Those guys are phenomenal players, but they don't make the kind of money these players make today. Right. And those guys is, on some of them, 10 times better than the people playing today. That's just the way the game has played. Still, it's just an opinion. Yes, he sidestepped a lot of things. People, again, he's a personality from a comedian who understands what a comedy is. To anybody else who hasn't done this 40 years, because I've done this for 41 years to be exact. So this is just my opinion, and I think that I sit as a chairman on the board of understanding what comedy is and what comedy isn't. Right. So, I mean, I feel like comedy has this weird self-importance type thing where up-and-coming comedians are kind of like expected to go through very traditional routes and are expected to know the history of comedy. Where I feel like, take podcasting, which is like a relatively new medium that realistically has only been around for like 10 years, maybe like 15 years if you want to include like the very early days. And it's not like you would ever hear a podcaster say like, oh, so-and-so is an unacceptable rap podcaster because he doesn't know the roots of podcasting. Like, with podcasting, we all kind of just take it for granted that you could just get on camera and talk, and it's okay. But let me tell you why. Because it's only 15 years. Comedy has maybe 100-something years or longer. You go back to Charlie Chan and all that kind of stuff. Right. So that's what I mean by the history. If you guys had been, give me an example. If Johnny Carson was alive, right, he wouldn't respect podcasting because he's a traditional TV host. Right. But I've been here long enough to see the world change. That's how come I can understand it. That's how come I can respect it. Podcasting is what changed my life because when I was coming up, I couldn't get on Johnny Carson, David Letterman, the Arsenio Hall Show, because it was very limited. Podcasting now, I go anywhere in the world. I could say one thing, boom, and go viral. And I've been consistent doing this for 15 years. Right. So it's been a blessing for me. There's no shade on any comic that don't take the traditional route. But looking at it from an OG, when I say you're not a traditional comedian, it's not no shade. Yeah. It's just that look at your grandfather and how he's seen the world changed. And he'll say certain things that you would not understand. Look at me as the grandfather. I just look young. Look at me as the OG that seen this game change. And a lot of comics are doing well with the short films and the going on Facebook or YouTube and making a lot of money. I think all that's great. It's just the game change.
Yeah, because I looked up comedian in the dictionary, and it said basically like anyone who makes people laugh through a variety of mediums, including stand-up, film, online videos, Twitter, etc. And so I just feel like at a certain point, the definition of comedian has had to, widen a lot to contain a lot of different things.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And and what you're saying to me is not falling on deaf ears. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm already aware of it as well. It's just that my definition to that type of comedy is he's a personality. Yeah. And he's doing well with it. Yeah. Doing phenomenally well with it. Commercials, everything. Can't beat that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy watching his reality show, and he's got the fucking Buffalo Wild Wings deal.
Yes. Awesome. That's good money. I'm sure. It's good money. Yeah. Just like when I saw Speed in one of those Foot Locker commercials.
Yeah, he's gigantic now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I didn't know who he was. Yeah. I just thought he was a regular actor one day. And then as time went on, I was like, oh, that's Speed. Because I actually wanted to race him at one time, because I used to be a track star. Yeah. And then, but that's my mind.
I feel like if you got through to the right person on Speed's team, they would be down for that.
No. Let me finish the story. Oh, what happened? In my mind, I feel like I could beat him until I went running one day. I was like, I'm gonna leave that story alone because I wanted to race Speed and Cat Williams. And I was like, maybe Cat Williams is really that fast. Let me shut up. Really? And maybe Speed is really that fast. Let me just leave all that alone because that was just my mind. It's like a boxer who was a great fighter. Yeah. And years later, in his 60s, he still feel that, I can do such and such. At my age, I understand it's some things I will not mention again. So Speed and Cat, I'll leave that alone.
You just leave that alone. Okay, that makes sense. Well, what I just watched on YouTube was this upload from a stream that Kai Cenat did with, there's a singer, this young lady from South Africa named Tyla. Yes. She's sort of like a light-skinned black woman, like unbelievably beautiful face. Like she's a pretty popular singer and shit like that. And they were at Disneyland doing a stream. And like watching this, I was just so happy to not be as famous as these motherfuckers are.
Really? Why?
It was just as soon as they walk out of the private area, they are just swarmed by people who know who they are. And I think it's primarily Kai, but then Tyler a little bit too. Yes. I think he's like probably like 100 times more famous than her, but she's pretty famous too. And like, it just forms like a mob around them. Man. And everyone's trying to get photos and it gets so loud. And like Kai keeps saying, like, we were supposed to have 20 security guards. It looks like they have more like 5. Yeah. And it is like seriously no match for how many people this is. And all they do is walk from this one area to the teacups, and then they wait in line, they clear out the teacups, and they get on the teacups and they go on this little ride. And meanwhile, the crowd forming around them is so out of control. I was just like such a huge percentage of what is available to you as a human being is kind of ruined once you have reached this level of fame, Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. I totally agree. And that's why you got to play it right. Yeah. You got to play it right. But it's so many more stars now today. Yeah. Compared to when I was coming up. And it's just awesome to see that it's so much to go around. It really is, from podcasting to TV shows to movies to people who just do reality shows. Because I don't watch reality TV, right? The women and all that. But a lot of those ladies are super, super, super famous. Super famous.
Yeah. On a weird level where it's like, I interview girls with like 5 million Instagram followers, models. And then like when they come in here, nobody knows who they are. Everybody in the office is like, damn, that girl's hot as and then they're looking at Instagram like, damn. You would think that having 5 million followers, everybody would just know.
Right.
But we all are in our
isn't that something?
Little world.
Right, all our little world.
Or like my wife says to me, like, oh my God, I just looked at Twitter for 10 minutes. Every single post is about Taylor Swift. She's like, same thing for you, right? I'm like, what the hell no? Like, I'm like, my feed is not Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she's on a whole nother level, right?
My feed is like some rapper took another rapper's chain, and then like there's a comedian who said something weird on a podcast to this other guy, and that was awkward. So there's going to be like 100 tweets about that. You know, it's not really going to be like if Taylor Swift dies.
Oh man,
that's on my feed.
Yeah,
but if she like trips and falls,
yes,
probably not.
Right? Yeah, it's amazing. When I tour, especially when she was on tour, we was all in the same city at the same time. And I felt...
You and Taylor Swift.
At the same time.
It was Inception.
And I thought I was blessed that I was still selling out. Because, you know, she locks down the city.
Yeah.
Like stadiums 9 days straight. So I was really impressed. But yeah, she's phenomenal. Yeah. She's phenomenal.
No, yeah. Definitely.
And I've never seen her perform.
Really? You got to see the movie.
Really?
The Eras Tour movie.
Okay.
Which I'm married to a Taylor Swift fan.
Okay.
And then our daughter, who is 5.5, is basically has been raised on almost nothing but Taylor Swift.
Okay.
So when it came out, we went, and it's basically just like a whole movie of her tour. And it's pretty...
And they did a good job?
It's pretty fantastic.
Okay.
They killed it.
I like when production and direction is on a whole nother level. You can, when you're a good artist, you know what good production is. You know they did everything right. I love that.
Definitely. Did you catch the YG and Game versus battle?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. What did you think of it though?
I feel like there's a huge dissonance between the final results and what I've heard so many people say about it and what I thought, which is, to me, Game really stood out as like a far better performer, and like his hits just resonate with me.
Yeah, he has them. He has a catalog.
And YG definitely has a lot of hits too. You can't take it away from him. But to me, Game just like really kind of showed me how legendary he is right there. And YG, I guess same thing, but I just felt like the Game just dominated it.
Okay.
But then it seemed like a lot of other people had the exact opposite reaction, which
and what was the other people's reaction?
That YG proved that his catalog was superior to the Game's catalog.
See, again, opinionated, right? That's the great thing about this world we live in, man.
Well, I guess part of it is that YG's catalog is a little bit more like radio friendly, whereas I feel like the Game's catalog has a lot more like hip hop records. I saw people saying that. To me, it's more like a generational thing, where in the early 2000s, Game was just like so inescapable as a rapper.
Absolutely.
And then by the time you get to YG's era, which is kind of like the 2010 plus era,
right,
music was a lot different, where
sure was.
I was living in Southern California. I wasn't really listening to YG. I was listening to Chief Keef and Gucci Mane and Jeezy and Juicy J and all this type of shit that was going on at the time. And so it's kind of
and it's just, that's the world we live in now. You can get caught between generations, the young and the old,
right?
And it's based on all you gotta do is look on your Instagram, right? And you'll know when you put certain things who's older and who's younger by the responses that you get. You can easily. That's what social media taught me. It taught me the difference between a child and a grown up,
right?
And I get them both. So that's the part that I find interesting.
You have very young fans as well.
Very young fans,
really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. You know, and I listen to them and I tell them that if they don't agree, I say, if you live as long as me one day you'll say, you know what, TK Kirkland was right. Because to understand me, you have to have lived. If you don't have life experiences, you haven't been nowhere, the things I talk about will go over your head. That's how I truly feel.
Some might say that TK Kirkland is a prophet.
I've been hearing that, but let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen my interviews or whatever?
Oh, I've seen 50,000 Vlad clips.
Okay, so watch this, right? People who was truly raised right, know this already. What I'm saying is not really being a prophet. It's something you really should know leaving your home. And my daughter said it best. She said, parents had children, but they didn't teach them nothing. And that's what I see. One of the things that bother me the most, old and young, is boundaries. You ever go to the store and you can pay something, somebody's just 2 inches away from you? Respect is you give that person space to do their transaction, collect their things, and then you go on.
So you hate places like New York where it feels like everybody has to kind of be up on top of each other. It's so crowded.
Or just going through the airport, and even the cashier does it. You trying to get your stuff together, she'll say next. And you're still trying to gather your things, put your wallet back in your backpack and all that. And you want to take your time that you don't forget a credit card. You don't forget anything.
Right.
Everybody's just so in a rush.
Yeah. No, yeah. We gotta slow down.
Gotta slow down.
We gotta slow down. Just one of my main recollections from our last interview was just that you seemed like way too horny. Is that still going on?
No.
Horny bug?
I think, I don't know what I was on that particular day. I probably just talking shit, but life has taught me, because I used to be a player.
Yeah.
And life has taught me about character in a woman.
Okay.
You got to be as beautiful on the outside as it is on the inside. So my sex life, from not understanding character, was probably a 10 plus.
Okay.
It's 0.001 now.
Really?
It's come to a halt because character has become so important to me. What you're doing with your life is so important to me. Like, I'm not just going to date you or have sex with you just because you're beautiful. I understand the consequences. What I mean by consequences, do you have 3 or 4 children?
That's a problem.
It's a problem because as a man, if I come in your life, I have to understand that I'm partially responsible for contributing a little bit, because I'm old school. If we're having sex, we're going to dinner, and I'm with you 6 months to a year or longer. As a man, you want a man to help out.
Right.
But when you get to a certain age, you realize, well, those kids got a father or fathers, and I just don't want to be the next guy contributing, and especially if this is not going to go 10, 15, 20 years old. We're getting married. It's a strong relationship.
Right.
Because I take money very seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not frivolous with it. Like, I protect it at all costs.
A lot of guys make money and then just like spend that money very freely on things involving women.
Yep. So true.
Just kind of here, whatever.
Right.
Have as much as you want.
Yes. And you have to respect it. Because you know what most people don't do? What? They never think they're going to get old.
Yeah.
Or they never think it's going to stop. And nobody's going to help you once it's gone.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
So you have to protect your future to be safe, because all you got.
Yeah.
One of the worst feelings in the world is ask somebody, yo, can you loan me $20?
Right. Yeah, I feel like, if anything, I get a lot of shit from people because my attitude towards money has always been like, okay, well, I might not get any more of this ever, so I'm just going to sit on it.
That's right.
I'm not spending shit.
Thank you.
No jewelry.
That means a lot to me that you're saying that.
Okay. No nice car.
Yep.
My wife had to force me to buy a house with her. No fancy shit, really.
And I've done all the fancy things, but I live to be a senior citizen.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean nothing to me. I can go through Versace. I can go through all the nice stuff. I got all that stuff.
I tried all the designer things.
It doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, I don't care.
In your 20s, 30s, and 40s, even maybe 50s, you think people care.
Yeah.
Then you realize nobody gave a f***.
Right.
You realize nobody cared.
I mean, you're kind of telling the world something about yourself. I just question if it's worth it, especially when you're considering that, like, you're spending, $800 on a plain white Gucci shirt.
Exactly.
That if you wear it once on camera, you almost kind of can't wear it again.
That's so true.
Like you can wear it more, but like it really kind of like loses cool points.
It loses cool points, right?
And it's just like, are you gonna be the like just think in your head how much you would have to spend to even have like a handful of new items from this sort of store. Do you want to spend like $10,000 a month on just like new designer clothes?
It doesn't make sense.
Even that's not that much. That's
right.
like a couple outfits.
Yes, it's not that much.
Yeah,
it's like maybe 3.
Fuck that.
It's maybe 3. I went out one time I was in here, LA. Mm-hmm. A party was going on. I went to Philip Plein.
I don't know. I don't go enough to know.
Well, this guy's up there with Gucci and Versace and Tom Ford.
Oh, what's his name again?
Philip. It's either Philip Plein or Philip Plein.
Yeah, I don't know.
PHLIEN, something like that.
Okay.
Well, I went to the store. This is in Beverly Center.
Uh-huh.
And everything in Beverly Center is expensive anyway, by the way. I go and pick out the jeans, picked out some sneakers, got a nice little jacket, got a couple t-shirts, $5,000. And my friend had to tell me I deserved it because I felt bad spending my money on me. He said, T, you work so hard, it's okay. But I knew I had just wasted $5,000.
Right.
And that bothered me bad. And it's like you said, once you wear it once or twice. I think I wore the sneakers maybe 2 times.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I bought a lot of nice couple things at Walmart not too long ago. Comfortable. I can get on the plane with a nice t-shirt and a jean jacket. You know, you gotta I like to have nice little accessories.
Right.
But as long as I smell good, my underwear game is on point. I got a nice haircut and well shaved. All my bills is paid. That means a lot to me.
I also feel like at your age, being healthy and in shape is the real flex.
Yes, it is.
And the dressing to impress gets more and more cringe as you get older.
Oh, it definitely does.
You know, like the thing that is cool for a 25-year-old to wear on a 60-year-old is gonna just be like, wow, that's I don't know.
Yeah, I totally agree.
A lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like I still keep nice cars, and I don't even drive them that much. My accountant always say, "Why you buy this stuff?" And he's so right, you know. But every now and then, not every now and then, I just like when I get to where I got to go in my place that I live, I just want to have. It's just something that I do, you know. But everything is about peace, saving, and health.
Yeah.
Health is the key. So many people are very rich or very ill. And we talk about that all the time. We tell people to take care of your health. Either invest in your health now or you invest in medical bills later.
Yeah.
You got a choice.
Definitely. So you are looking to get into a relationship? Like if you're going to be sleeping with a woman, it's got to be somebody that you're really looking to...
At my age now, I just can't have sex for one night. Like you got to lay there with me. It's meaningful now. I can't even have sex with you unless we go to dinner. You know, it got to be a nice, intimate evening. I'm just not gonna just sex you like I used to back in the day.
Really?
Now is a lot meaningful, and I take my time. Okay. Believe it or not, I really take my time to really know this is what I really want to get into. Because now, if I'm having sex with you, we gotta almost somewhat be in a relationship. I gotta feel that.
I feel like if you don't fuck a girl, like if you hang out with her a bunch and don't fuck her, that she's almost like more of a liability to put an accusation on you.
Absolutely.
Than if you hit it.
That's right.
And quit it.
Yep.
I don't know.
You hit that. I totally agree.
Seen that happen.
Yes, but
maybe I've seen it happen. I don't know.
And the young girls who try to fuck me, they fuck you now, and they do what you do. They don't. You ain't got to call them.
They just don't even give a fuck.
They don't even care. Yeah. You know, because I have sex with you. I'm gonna call and show you it wasn't just about me fucking you.
Because okay, the girls when you were young, and to a lesser extent when I was young, but I think like as time has gone by, kids or just people have like lost their innocence more and more.
Absolutely.
Where like a young girl, an 18-year-old girl just in the 60s, like believed that a guy wanted something serious with her more readily than they believe it now. I think that now with the internet, the cat is just out of the bag. That like guys just want to
right,
and girls can just want to to, they want to, like everything's just out in the open now.
It's out in the open. So they don't say it, but the actions show after.
The girls just get it, bro. You know that dude Clavicular?
Yes.
The streamer?
Yep.
The Looks Maxer. So I hung out with him at his stream. He did a 30-day stream, and I went there on the first day of the stream. We did like a 4-hour stream together, got really drunk, and we're hanging out with all these girls that he kicks it with. And then later on, we go to this day club, or actually it was a club, a nightclub.
Okay.
And it's wall-to-wall blonde white girls in their early 20s just drinking, partying. Like every chick looked the same. These girls are all like kind of like outwardly slutty.
Yes.
Like kind of like openly trying to Clavicular.
Right.
And it was crazy because like I never encountered like this thing that you could do with your early 20s. You know, I was just like kind of doing more like working class, normal New York, hanging out in Boston, riding BMX bikes type shit. Like I just wasn't exposed to this crazy ass like spring break shit, you know?
Right.
And it was, man. It was just crazy to like realize that these girls are just, they're just whores. They just are loving it. Like, they have no sense of shame about it.
No sense of shame.
They want to do coke. They're like 20 and they want to do coke and they want to
right.
You know, it's just
it's crazy, man. But I've changed. So you can't mess with what I call my spiritual growth.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? My spiritual growth is everything. Right. I gotta feel amazing. I gotta feel I want to feel magnificent. That's what I look for every day. Can I feel magnificent the way I felt yesterday? And I've been consistent with that. So when people say, TK, how you doing? I say magnificent.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. No, that's true. Health is wealth. I mean, especially as you get older, that's why I like drinking just at a certain point. Just life is all about feeling good and feeling good enough to do great things with your life.
Yes.
If at a certain point, the hangovers just made it like, I'm just not able to be even a tenth of what I should be when I'm doing this to myself.
Right, right. You gotta, because I think what people don't understand is that you damage yourself now, but you don't think about the future. And I think it comes back to get you. Yeah. I really do. It comes back to get you. Especially if you do it too much. Right. You're damaging your heart. You're damaging your organs. Yeah.
Are you familiar with what's going on with the whole Stefon Diggs situation?
Yeah. That's an interesting situation right there.
So I just interviewed Chris Blake Griffith, who's basically a stylist.
Yes.
And he was working for Stefon Diggs as his stylist, basically helping figure out what outfits he's going to wear. And then also was working on like brand collaborations with some of the brands that he works with, helping figure out what they wanted to do product wise, something like that. And so this guy at a certain point says that he's out and about with Stefon Diggs, and Stefon Diggs is fucked up basically on like Molly or Tusi, I think is the other one that they do, which is like the pink Coke, which he was caught on camera with a big ass bag of pink Coke.
I saw that on the boat.
Yeah. And so Chris, the stylist, is a straight man, according to him, and doesn't drink or do any drugs.
Yes.
So he's got a clear focus on what's going here. He claims that Stefon Diggs put drugs in his drink to get him fucked up, pulled out his erect penis, allegedly, and then grabbed him and stuck his tongue into his ear. And when Chris protested and ended up taking off and basically saying, fuck you, I don't want anything to do with you, then Stefon Diggs sent his homies who weren't wearing masks
I saw that.
to break into Chris's apartment in DC and basically take a ton of his shit and then beat his ass. And then after that, on some drill rapper shit, Stefon Diggs was out and about in public wearing some of the items that they stole from Chris's closet.
Going to jail.
Obviously as a stylist, you got all these expensive items, and he had like a Chrome Hearts like chain, and Stefon Diggs was wearing it like as if to taunt Chris after the fact. And so Chris has this huge lawsuit going on, and for some reason Cardi B is like involved with it. She's like arguing with him, claiming that he's lying, claiming that he's a clout chaser, all this kind of shit. So it's been a pretty.
That's an interesting. It's so many ways you can go there, right?
Yeah.
As a man, if somebody does that to you, you don't. To me, you don't go public. You handle it a different way.
How would you handle it if your friend grabbed you and stuck his tongue?
Well, if I can't beat you, I'm gonna find somebody to whoop your motherfucking ass.
Okay.
I come a whole different way.
Right.
Especially if I don't have nothing to lose. Meaning, if I've never been on probation, I've never been in trouble, that's gonna be handled a certain way. People who've been in trouble like myself, you can't do things hand-on anymore because prosecutors, once they see your rap sheet, they don't really care about your situation today.
So you would have done what? You would have just left?
I would have left.
And plotted?
Plotted.
Got it.
I would have plotted. Never would have went on social media. Kids today want everybody to know their business. I would have never exposed myself like that because with the way young people think today, to me, I don't think they were well educated. They'll run with, oh, motherfucker, you gay, and you know that what you've been doing, et cetera, right? So to avoid all that, you go a whole different route. The character of Taye Diggs is becoming more and more unpleased.
Stefon Diggs. Right.
Football player, very well at what he does.
Yeah.
All the babies. And don't get me wrong, I got kids. My kids are grown. But I didn't have them. I didn't have 5, 6 kids in the same year. And I just wish men could set more. I mean, there are great men out there. But I just wish more men can cherish themselves a lot more because everybody's just winging it. They're doing what they want to do with their life and not understanding its consequences. And I saw the video of the guys touching him with no mask.
Right.
I saw the chain on his jeans that is his. This is on tape. Yeah. There's no way you win this in court.
Yeah.
No way.
Right.
Because videos don't allow unless you edit it. It was too much. You could see everything going on.
Yeah.
So either Taye Diggs, is it Taye Diggs? No.
Stefon
Diggs. I keep saying Taye Diggs.
Yeah.
Stefon Diggs pulls him to the side and pay him off.
Right.
Before they get to court. Or he has a problem. And I think it's messed your reputation up to mess with another football team.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, from my perspective, having seen all this evidence, and Stefon Diggs, Chris was actually showing me like more evidence on his phone because he's kind of limited on like what he's going to put out there right now because of the lawsuit and everything. Right. But he was showing me stuff that was even more shocking. And yeah, from my perspective, I mean, Stefon Diggs seems like he thinks that because he's in this extremely rich position that he can just do whatever. Like it doesn't seem like he's really had problems with the law or anything because anybody who had been in trouble or was even thinking about the consequences would not send their best friends, their closest associates to go do this with no mask on. Like it's just like unthinkable. Like the worst criminals you could ever imagine to think that this would be a plan that would work.
What I've seen in my lifetime is when people have gotten money, ego.
Yeah.
Ego has destroyed a lot of people. A lot of people. And when you get money, you have to humble yourself because it can change the way you think, the way you move, the way you treat people.
Yeah.
And you start to treat people wrong. You start doing things. But when you're in alignment with the universe, you understand your journey with God and all that. He has a way of humbling you badly.
Yeah.
And everybody I've seen who had ego at one time, it was all taken away and you had to rebuild it and get it back and you appreciate it a lot more. So the people listen to us, success might come your way one day. Be humble. It only takes 10 seconds to make someone happy. If you have a disagreement, try to figure it out. Taye Diggs situation with me again with this Taye Diggs thing. It's Stefon Diggs. Let me tell you something. When you said Stefon, I said I'm not gonna mess it up next time. And I did it again with Stefon Diggs.
Yeah.
This gentleman Too much bad rep on him. Teams monitor your off-court behavior.
Yeah.
Off-field behavior. They monitor you. Sometimes you don't get a big check because of your behavior, because they say, why should we give that person all this money?
Right.
And he wasn't this way. If he was this way, he was quiet.
Right.
When he started getting the big checks is when he changed.
I feel like him on a team, everybody on the team is going to be wondering and whispering, is he gay? It's like, I mean, it just seems like it's kind of followed him. It's just hard to tell. It just doesn't really, it hasn't fully been confirmed, but it seems pretty fucking confirmed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
True.
I mean, he's definitely not gay, but, bi, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, one of the funnier things was that Chris said about his time with Stefon Diggs was that they would go out shopping. They'd be at the designer store, and Stefon Diggs would be buying stuff for the girls and for him.
Right.
And then at a certain point, he kind of notices that like his friends, like Stefon Diggs' actual friends and like homies and relatives and shit, they're just kind of standing against the wall. They're not getting anything for free, but he's buying him stuff. And then at a certain point, he starts to like think about that, like, oh, so was that him kind of grooming me? Like he saw me as like a potential bitch.
Right. It's interesting. Yeah. I mean, how long were they friends?
A couple of years, I think. Maybe a year.
Sometimes when you with your homie, that's your homie, and you got more money, you're like, yo, make sure you get something.
Yeah. And especially because he's the stylist.
Because he's a stylist.
So, he's helping you get clothes.
Yeah, I don't look at it that bad.
Yeah.
What I look at bad is him with an erection, putting the tongue in his ear. Like, we going to war.
Yo. So, okay. You and your homie get into a fist fight. When, like, he just slugs you and you talk it out afterwards. But you could get over that, like, right? Like, you could get over a punch.
Yeah, you can get over.
Can you get over a tongue in the ear?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
That's too much.
Not if your character's strong.
Yeah. That's got to really make you question, what kind of person is this guy deep down inside?
And you're going to remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Even when you go sleep at night, you're going to think of a motherfucker putting the tongue in your ear.
Yeah. That was kind of what I was thinking the whole time I was talking to Chris about Stefon Diggs allegedly trying to do this to him. Is just that, like, I've never really had like a friend who then like turned gay on me and like did like tried to like do something with me. Like that would blow my mind so much. Like I'm not ready. Like it would be so confusing. I just feel like I would be very slow to process it. It would be mind blowing.
Part of me wants to go crazy, but like I said, I try to teach constraint.
Yeah.
That right there is difficult.
Yeah.
That is difficult.
Yeah.
Tongue in your ear and the dick is out. Oh no. We
can't hang out now.
Like the car can't be close by to go to the trunk.
Right.
It's one of them situations. And that's how your life can. That's why I move by myself, because people can do things and it could trigger you, and boom, you got a problem.
People could be gay.
People could be gay.
You could just be hanging out with someone and they could just go gay on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live in fear of that daily.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I live in fear of that shit too.
Did you ever catch wind of what happened to, speaking of gangster shit, me and my boy 4Extra? You familiar with 4Extra?
No, not at all.
He's a big, tough Crip from out here, from Rolling 40 Crip.
Okay.
And he was kind of on the podcast, like, repeatedly.
That's the guy hell with the tattoos? Big dude?
He does have a lot of face tattoos, but he's not Crip Mac, who I feel like you might be thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he got locked up, correct?
So these guys...
One guy looked like Faison Love.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Definitely not that fat.
Okay.
Shout out to Faison Love, but yeah. Okay, so, it's this guy.
Jab got out. Hey, look. See the gold brother?
You seen him?
I've seen him before. Okay.
I want to call my homie for...
So me and him had like a pretty good friendship going there for a while. We were doing interviews and stuff like that. And then he ended up blowing his hand off with a firework on the 4th of July.
Damn.
He blew off 3 fingers on his right hand.
Oh, man.
It's kind of fucked up because, you know, he was like a legendary squabbler. Like he supposedly beat up like 200 dudes in a row in prison or some shit like that, you know, like won 200 fights in a row.
Right.
And so then that somehow turned into us kind of falling out. Like our friendship had a
because he hurt himself?
Well, it was kind of like I did a podcast like a week after he blew the fingers off. And for the record, he still has like his hand. He just is like missing like these 3 fingers. Okay. So it's kind of tough.
Why are you mad at him? Because he hurt himself?
Well, no, he got mad at me because I was doing a podcast with some dudes that basically they're Bloods. He's a Crip.
Okay.
And they were kind of taking some shots at him.
Okay.
Giving him a little bit of a hard time.
Right.
And I guess I like wasn't, I didn't condemn it enough.
Especially if that was your friend.
Yeah. He thought that I owed him a little bit more. And I think from my perspective, it was kind of like, well, these are your ops that you kind of are at war with. And when you blow your hand off, I got to give them a little bit of room to get their jokes off that they want to get off.
Yeah, so you play a neutral role, but
a little too neutral.
He became your friend.
Yeah.
And he took it very seriously.
Yeah.
You didn't see it that way.
I took it seriously, but I also just I feel like I have a little bit more of a realistic perspective on what you could expect of a content creator. Like anybody who is gonna be cool with me,
yes,
has to know that I might end up doing a podcast with your worst fucking enemy.
Okay.
And they might end up talking about you.
I respect that.
And yeah, I'm going to hold you down. Like if me and you are cool, like if I do an interview tomorrow with some guy that's the most anti-TK Kirkland motherfucker on earth.
Right.
You know, I'm going to like hold you down within the best of my ability. I'm going to try to like point out the flaws in his argument or whatever.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to just mindlessly buy into whatever they're saying. But you know, I don't have like the option of just being like, oh, all right, I f with 4 Extra from Rollin' 40 Crip, so I'm fucking with him and people that he gets along with, and then nobody else. As a podcaster in the hip hop space, that would be untenable.
Yeah.
You know,
you limit yourself.
I got to play both sides.
You got to play both sides.
You know,
I agree.
And there's a little bit of an art to it because you don't want to like come off like a total asshole, and you don't want to seem like you're like hyping them up against each other.
Right, right.
But I also, you know, I can't like take away somebody's freedom of expression just because you had a tragedy when, you know, actually he's kind of tried to deny it, but like, you know, he's someone who went viral for allegedly like knocking a guy out and then shoving a carrot in his ass.
Right. Damn.
Which he in jail, but like, you know, he denies that. I kind of feel like he maybe did it.
Okay.
But you know,
but I see your point. I see his point too. I see your point. A podcaster, that's how you make your money.
Yeah, you gotta.
You can't be limited. You gotta make your money. It's a business, and that's something that I always wanted young men who came on any podcast to understand. What comes out your mouth is very important. You influence the culture. You could get yourself locked up.
Yeah,
or you could lose friends.
Yeah.
So be careful what you say. Be mindful of what comes out your mouth because it can go the wrong way because people can't comprehend sometimes what you're saying. They hear it differently.
Yeah, me and 4 Extra actually squashed our beef recently. We did a podcast together. Finally.
Okay, great.
He told me that at one point, because he invited me to the studio at one point, and he told me when we did the interview that he was actually planning to kill me.
Okay.
So I'm pretty glad I didn't go to the studio that day. That
right.
He might have just whooped my ass, but I also feel like maybe it could have gone too far and he could have just murdered me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I like this life.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to die. Not yet. But yeah, so you're not up on the Crip Mac lore either?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I stay with anything that got in the streets.
Okay.
Yeah. You could talk about God. You could talk about anything positive, comedy world, acting. That's where I go.
More your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of these guys kind of take on their own life where they become like social media stars kind of outside of the whole gang
and
thing.
I wish them well because they get checks from that, right?
Yeah.
I think what podcasting has done did you create your own business to get a check, man?
Yeah.
The world has changed. Like, you could really set up cameras, get a team together, and do it right and monetize content and really make a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, that's the theory. It is kind of weird when I look at hip hop, though, and it feels like there's been so many podcasts over the years, but just so few of them have really stuck.
Yes.
Or become like real businesses or something that even kind of
they're missing something.
I just think that like the reality is that the audience for some like a group of people sitting around talking about rap related topics is not the biggest audience, or it's just hard to pull off. There's so much competition. How many hours does the average person want to spend watching hip hop oriented round table content per week?
Right.
I'm going to say maybe like an hour, maybe 2 hours on average.
You got to have a variety of things on your show.
Okay.
You got to have a variety because you want to reach the world.
Yeah.
Not just LA.
Yeah.
You want to reach people in Spain. You want to reach people in Russia. You want to reach people in Paris, France.
Yeah.
That's the goal. At least that's what I think.
Well, if you're talking about hip hop, it is kind of hard to hit some of those audiences since like they might listen to hip hop, but I don't think they're like watching Americans break down hip hop.
No, hell no.
So much.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah. Hip hop podcast, like hip hop is, I don't want to say niche because it obviously has like a huge footprint, but it's kind of niche. And then podcast content about hip hop is even more niche. And it does feel like, I don't know, there was a lot of optimism about the business of hip hop podcasting at one point.
Right.
And I just feel like a lot of times people are not necessarily having the conversation about how much of that has kind of vanished. Like going back in time, I remember when Revolt, Diddy's Revolt, had Joe Budden create an entire show on Revolt called State of the Culture that was basically just going to be, a panel of Joe Budden and different, Remy Ma was one of the people, right. So they got like high paid talent and shit, all with the idea of creating this consistent corporate funded content about people just talking about hip hop. And realistically, I think it lasted like a year and then it went away. And the idea of a big corporation funding something like that at this point is, when Complex funded Academics and Joe Budden to do Everyday Struggle, which was like the biggest show at a certain point, that just feels like such a different era that I don't know that we'll ever see that again.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
In the podcast world, but the real soldiers will last.
Yeah.
You guys will be around for a long time, but you got to take it seriously. One day at a time. Got to make sure you have the right equipment, the right team, right studio. Yeah. Some people do podcasts, and some people try to book me sometime. I'm like, "Are you monetizing?" And they say no. So what the fuck you in the business for?
Wait, so you ask them for money and then they say
no? I'm just asking, are you monetizing?
Oh.
I'm like a consultant talking to people especially when they start. If you're not in this to get no money, it don't make sense to sit down and just be talking to people.
I mean, you do have to like upload a certain amount of content before YouTube will allow you to monetize.
Right.
Or get like a certain number of watch hours and subscribers or some shit like that.
Yeah, you got to be over 8,000.
It's not that much. Realistically, you could kind of like just do whatever.
Right.
Get signed up.
Yeah, if you're going to do this, guys, take it seriously.
Yeah.
Take it seriously because the money's here.
I mean, it's like nowadays when somebody tells me that they're going to start a podcast and they just tell me like, yeah, I'm starting a podcast. And I'm just like, oh yeah. It's just like, I'm just looking at them like what do you think is going to happen? And not even on some hating ass shit, but just like, do you really think that people are going to who are you going to interview that hasn't already been interviewed?
Yep.
And then let's say you get other interviews. Well, like, why are people going to watch your interviews with those people as opposed to watching Vlad or me or whoever the interview them? You're kind of late to the game. Like, do you really think you're better on camera than everybody else who's kind of out there right now. Like
they put in years.
I mean, it just kind of feels like, are you serious? Like, I don't, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like demotivating people, but I also just don't really know what the fuck they could possibly think.
I agree.
Is at the end of that rainbow, you know?
Right.
Like I think if you are somebody who has talent as an on-camera personality, do fucking TikToks, do short form content.
Right.
And then maybe at some point branch out and start doing a podcast or something like that. But like realistically, I would try to like be part of a bigger platform because like you need to like build your fan base up one way or another. Yeah. And if you're somebody who has potential, even if you fucking hate No Jumper, I would say go to No Jumper and do 6 months. Like if you can, you know. Because
you got to do it. You got to be on the inside and know how this works.
You just need eyeballs on you.
You need eyeballs. Yeah. You have to understand this business. This is. But do you do internship?
Not in a long time. We have at times, but
you should do that. Especially like you could get your team to go to one of the colleges in the local area, and that way somebody who can work for you can get credit. You don't have to pay them.
Well, so what we have done a couple of times, we'll do these events where we have people come and try to like basically compete to become a host on No Jumper in a variety of like podcast type events, and then we pick a winner. Did you talk to Doughboy out there?
I think so. I said a little. Yeah. Comedian.
Yeah. You know him?
I don't know him.
Okay.
They all know the OG, but
okay.
Yeah. They know the OG.
Doughboy, yeah, he's made a splash on here, but he was the winner of the second host competition.
Great.
That we did. And he already had some experience on like Wildin' Out.
Okay.
And doing stuff with like all deaf digital and shit like that. So he's actually like the first person that became a No Jumper host that already had professional broadcasting experience to some extent.
Right.
You know?
Because I'm thinking about the behind the scenes too. You don't always have to be in front of the camera.
Right.
Get behind the scenes too and learn this game. You know, editing and all the kind of whatever that gentleman is doing over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's running the switcher so that when the camera changes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's so many ways that you can make money today.
Yeah. Not facts.
Now, you do interviews every day?
Nearly.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your life.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many years you been doing it now?
About 11.
11, wow.
Yeah.
So I think I was here maybe 5 years ago.
Something like that.
Like, right? About 5. Because time went by fast.
Yeah.
It went by super fast.
Could you see yourself as a podcaster? You think you could handle it? Like full time?
I was getting ready to I was going to start a podcast.
Okay.
What I never wanted to be involved in is depending on an artist to show up. I think that's because I know people have situations.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be dependent on you and you can't make it because I would take it kind of personal.
Yeah.
So what I did find out that what I like is going around the world doing what I do, sitting here with you. Because guess what? I could depend on me. You tell me to be there, I'm going to be there. So I depend on me and I show up.
So what, you actually proactively go out of your way to get paid podcast appearances in a whole bunch of different cities?
All over the world.
Okay.
Yeah, all over the world.
So you'll reach out to them and say,
they'll reach out to me either way. Or I've done it before, et cetera, et cetera. And again, it's about relationships.
Yeah.
I've been doing it so long that I have relationships. We saw each other. We knew immediately, let's put this thing back together.
Yeah.
I haven't been on here in a while.
Right.
It's the same with everybody, from everybody I deal with.
Yeah.
Drink Champs, Angela Yee, The Breakfast Club, Vlad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Bag Fuel, Grove Business. My guys out in Miami. It's a beautiful thing.
Let me ask you this: where do you stand on the Nolan Wells situation?
I think that black people, when they are anytime around more than 3 white people, they should always carry a folding chair.
To attack them with pro wrestling
you
stuff?
remember the thing in Alabama when they had the fight and the guy took the folding chair and was whooping their ass?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so I think all black people should carry a folding chair, and you feel anything suspicious, clap them up a couple times and let them know you're ready.
Right.
But the Nolan, that's just my little joke on it, but the Nolan Wells thing is gotten too confusing. And that's the thing about social media and the news, because once you put out different stories, people are going to gravitate to what they think might be true.
Right.
And the only people that really needs to know is detectives and how to catch the person that killed them, or persons.
Because it's been a nonstop flood of fake news.
Yes.
The entire time.
Yes.
And so frequently, like, a picture came out of him around a pool with all of his friends. And there's this whole round of news and all these viral tweets and posts saying, like, look at how they were all together at that night or whatever. And then somebody comes out and says, no, that photo is from like 2 weeks earlier, whatever. And it's just, then you have to go through this whole process again. And it's
isn't it something when you see something now, you can react, but if you take the time to think, man, let me do my due diligence first.
If you're halfway intelligent, you spend a second checking yourself, thinking, well, is this really true?
You gotta check yourself
on everything.
This is the world we live in now, man.
And I guess
people react.
You have less of that when it's an official account from a name you trust.
Yes.
If I see a New York Times article that says that something happened, I'm going to be a lot more likely to think that it's true than if it's some random.
Because I've said a couple of things on different podcasts that I actually read somewhere, and I was slightly wrong.
Yeah,
I admit that. And some people have corrected me, but it's because I read it somewhere and I didn't do my due diligence. So I said, players make mistakes. So I will, as we move forward, even today, as we move forward, I'm going to always hold myself accountable to make sure I know what I'm saying before it comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, especially in this day and age where just as a public figure, you're kind of expected to have an opinion about fucking everything in political circles and all all these things you never signed
up. You want to be right. You want to be right.
Yeah.
Or somewhat accurate.
Right. I mean, you just, it used to be that you could just be a comic or a podcaster, I guess, or whatever. Yeah. And now it's kind of like, no, you need to like be able to wade into all kinds of things. And especially like, think about the Nolan Wells thing. Like, in another timeline or another era, it might have been a case where we didn't even know about it until
months later,
the autopsy. Yeah. Until they got some shit that confirms it.
Right.
But instead, we get to spend a couple of months with everybody panicking and freaking out about everything.
Just like the young lady, the radio lady, TV radio host whose mother disappeared.
Oh, I seen that, but I forgot her name.
Gertrude?
Something like that,
yeah. Mom disappeared, and TMZ was the head people investigating the thing, not the detectives.
Yeah.
They like live saying what possibly could happen there. That's what I mean. All that damages a case.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I'm kind of dealing with a weird version of it right now because basically, like, my wife has a stalker because she's like a porn star and shit.
Right.
And so the guy reported it. He basically like is being misled by somebody pretending to be her that he is sending money to. And so he was told to file divorce papers for us and forge our signatures. So he's basically like, he thinks that my wife like needs to be saved from me. And so he's filing these divorce papers. And so it was like posted on TMZ and all this shit.
Oh my God.
And then like all those same outlets posted that it wasn't true once it came out that it wasn't true. But everybody remembers, like, every day I meet people who think that I'm divorced. And I have to explain that that wasn't true.
Man.
Because the story about it was so much more viral than the story about it not.
Right. Isn't that something? Once the bad part is out, because people gravitate towards the bad stuff.
Yeah.
They never hear the results.
Yeah, nobody cares.
The apology sometimes. Never.
Because I think people have just been waiting on us to break up for all these years.
Okay.
They just want it so bad. You know? It would just make them feel great. And as a result, they just... The people love like a news story that like confirms something that they already thought that they
absolutely
could have predicted.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, definitely. So, did you? How'd you end up feeling about the whole Carmelo Anthony situation? Now that it feels like that whole thing has kind of escaped the public eye. Do you feel like he got a fair deal with the 35 years, or what do you think would have been fair?
That whole situation is bad. And I'll tell you why. One, I used to run track.
Okay.
One, why you got a knife at a track meet? That bothered me.
Yeah.
Okay, that bothered me. Two, when you get jumped or somebody's bothering you, you deal with it. You come back and you fight like a man.
Yeah.
Right? You fight like a man. The third thing, when they raised the GoFundMe money,
right,
and they raised like over $800,000.
Yeah.
And when they was looking for attorneys, one attorney I think wanted, and no, it's true. So we was dealing with this, right? One attorney was looking for $500,000. One attorney was $50,000, and they went with the cheaper attorney.
Damn.
And one thing I know, and I tell people all the time, is yeah, we can find out.
Okay.
What I found out in life is that when your life is on the line, you spend every damn dime for your freedom.
Right.
Freedom has no price. If you got the money, spend it. And I think that in somewhat hurt him a lot as well. Because when you have a black guy, a white guy, and they say this, oh, look what happened to him. He got less time because he was white. You know what nobody never says?
What?
His attorney. Attorneys make a difference. And do you have a record?
Yeah.
People don't know your record has a lot to do with your sentencing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like when I think about that situation, I kind of like recall this one night where I was out. I was probably like 25 or something. And I'm out in the bar, and there was some dude that was wasted, and he like clearly was not fucking with me, and was like possibly gonna punch me or do something to me, right?
Okay.
And I have a fucking knife in my pocket, right? Because I can't fight.
Right.
So, but I'm kind of thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, and because the guy's kind of big too.
Okay.
And I'm kind of thinking, like, if this guy swings on me, I'm gonna fucking pull the knife out and swing it at him, you know? And I got it like right in my fucking, got my finger like ready to flick it or whatever. And I just always think about in that situation, and I forget what even happened that night, or that maybe I think the bar let out and the cops came for something unrelated, so like nothing ever went down or whatever. But I think about in that situation, imagine if things had came together perfectly, where he had pushed me, and then I swung the knife at him, and instead of nicking him on the arm or tapping his fucking love handle or slicing a little tiny piece, instead I just landed that perfect shot. Because I mean, we all, like, dudes get stabbed in prison with big fucking knives all the time. Yes. You hear about guys getting stabbed 50 times and they don't die.
That's true.
It's like this so easily 99 times out of 100 would have been a situation in which this kid just stabbed the dude, and then it turned into a fight, and he didn't die, and it was kind of whatever, and nobody ever even heard about it because it wasn't that remarkable.
Right.
And it's just like it's just kind of a luck thing that he just, like, every once in a while when someone swings a knife, they're just gonna swing it a little too good and just kill the guy in one shot.
And that's why when I see fights on social media,
it's always a little extra scary when you're old enough to know what could happen if you punch somebody the right way.
You hit it right in the nail. See, knowledge sometimes is a gift and a curse. When you are knowledgeable, you know if you hit somebody the wrong way, probably just an even fight, that person falls, hit their head on the curve. Or you did something to their brain and the person dies. Or it was a small fight, but y'all was fighting, and he got hit the wrong way. It's over. Your life is over. Because it was just a small thing. You could have walked away from it and live a decent life for the rest of your life. But yet you're in a jail cell with other men that's smelly, horrible food. Take a shower once a week, sometimes every 2 weeks. Underwear that other prisoners have worn.
I mean, like, even something as simple as just swinging on somebody.
Even something as simple.
It's like a high percentage of the time when you swing on somebody, it's not going to land so perfectly that you knock the guy out the first shot.
Totally agree.
But if it does, And if their head falls from up here to the ground with nothing to cushion that blow at all, then you are looking at a situation where like it's pretty fucking likely that guy could die. Yeah.
The videos they show on social media, the person always wakes up, right? He's okay. But it always happen in real life. You could hit a person the wrong way or just too hard, they die before they even hit the ground.
And also, when you are a celebrity who either has money or is perceived to have money, it really doesn't even matter if they get seriously injured or hurt or whatever, because whatever you're worth, they're going to probably sue you.
Absolutely.
And it might cost, on the cheap end, it might end up costing you $10K or 15 or 20K.
And that's the way you hurt somebody who likes money.
Yeah.
Me and you like money.
Yeah.
To sue me for that kind of money, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
That's why I won't put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
Nah.
How you walk away from it, though? Like, when's the last time you were in a real
You gotta walk
competition?
away. I've been in a situation maybe 10, 13 years ago. It almost led to murder.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this was the situation where you pulled the gun out. That who was it? Faison Love stopped you?
Yeah.
I heard about this one. Okay, yeah. You forget that you talk about these things, right?
I damn sure did. You saw it in my eyes, right? You saw it. You saw it.
So what did the guy do that made you so mad that you pulled the gun out?
They jumped me.
Oh, all right. Outside a comedy club?
Inside the comedy club.
What for?
Because I was late to a show.
What the fuck?
Yeah, some dumb shit.
Of all things.
Yeah, I was late.
And so these are like employees of the club?
There was owner and some of his employees. They was flunkies for
and they thought they were on some gangster shit?
Yeah, that's exactly what they thought.
Italian or something?
No, they was black.
Oh. Wow.
They really thought they was on some gangster shit. Both of them dead though.
Wow.
Yeah, both of them are dead.
For unrelated reasons?
Yeah, unrelated. Okay. Make sure I'm saying that, unrelated.
It's in the hit? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I just wasn't having it. See, because I was going through, that's what I'm saying, choices. I've been there. That you got to make painful choices.
Right.
Painful. To live the life that you want. Sometimes you have to say, do I really want the life that I really want? Because you got to do painful things. You can't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And thank God Faison was there. Because it was really about to go down.
Right.
And he snatched me up, took me in the car, and drove me away. We was walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
He would have been any later. There's no telling what my life would be right now.
Do you think that you would have shot him in the head, or would you just?
Oh, I was gonna blast the whole motherfucking spot up.
Really?
It was me and a couple guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
a couple guys. But I got grandkids. My son.
Even at that time?
No.
Oh, no.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't think about the future, right?
Yeah.
And to be here with you, living in Paris, France. That's where I live out. Been there for a few years.
What the hell are you doing out there?
I just a fly motherfucker. I do fly shit.
But isn't it kind of alienating?
Nah. I like it. I like sitting in the corner, around the corner from my apartment, sipping on cappuccino, having some pizza sometimes.
Do you have a social circle out there?
No.
You don't?
It's just really a flex to celebrate they didn't get me.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
I mean, you're like anonymous out there.
Yeah.
Right,
And I feel good. Because a lot of people don't get to go to Berlin and Spain and
nice,
China and stay at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
If you ever go to Berlin, stay at the Ritz-Carlton.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
On a whole nother level.
Really?
And they got a cigar bar in there. That's phenomenal. Now, I'm sitting there, I don't know no German. But you couldn't tell me a motherfucking thing because I felt amazing.
So you got an apartment there, but then you just come to America all the time?
Yeah, I come to America all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's where I work. And me being a senior citizen, I have to stay here, kind of. Because Social Security and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you have to... So you stay in France, but do you pay taxes in France?
No, I pay taxes here.
Oh, okay.
So I live there, but I go back and forth. So I don't have a visa because if you have a visa in Paris, and I think that's one of the countries, you won't get your Social Security.
Okay.
And I worked hard to get my Social Security.
Definitely. So that dude Doughboy that you were talking to out there, he recently confided in me on the podcast that he's been depressed lately because he feels like he might die alone. He's 46. He's morbidly obese. He looks like he's melting. He is kind of at a crossroads of like what he wants to do with his life and everything. And it just occurs to me that like you're someone who seems perfectly happy to not be in a long-term relationship or to not get married. And for you, it doesn't seem like a source of stress at all. Whereas for him, I feel like he's in a bit of a crisis.
People are different. You get, to live the life I live, you really have to be disciplined and really strong.
Yeah.
Because when I do have those moments where I think I want to have that woman laying next to me, but the myth is that everybody thinks that when they die, somebody's going to be there.
Right.
And that's what's so fucking hilarious. People think that, I want to die alone. You dying alone. Unless you commit suicide and take somebody with you.
Well, you could die before your partner.
Or you could die before your partner.
But that is kind of fucked up to be like hoping that you die before your partner so that you have them with you.
Exactly.
Rather than hoping that they die before you so that you can be there for them. But also at that point, I mean, the idea of dying alone is pretty depressing from my perspective. But I don't know. I mean, the idea of like forcing yourself into a relationship that you don't necessarily feel happy with right now because you're going to die in like so 20 or 30 years, that just seems like weird logic to me.
It
is
weird logic.
You have to be trying to maximize your happiness long term. But I think being with someone that you don't get along with at 46, just so that you might have someone with you in the 20 years from now.
Right. Like, that's sad. That right there is depressing.
It just seems unlikely to work.
Like I'm not dependent on nobody. Like my funeral is already paid. Not my funeral, my service is already paid for.
Wow.
Everything is done. I'm not putting that on my children to have anything done. Matter of fact, there is not even going to be a funeral.
Really?
It's not even a memorial service.
Not even a get together.
Nah, I just want to motherfucking leave.
You don't want your family to have a moment together to celebrate your life?
Nope.
I mean, they're gonna probably, right?
Probably, but I don't know.
Like they're probably gonna like at least have like a group chat.
Yeah. I think the reason why I got that way is because everybody in my family is deceased.
Oh.
So my dad died when I was 14, he was 35.
Okay.
Nobody in my family lived to be 60 years old. Everybody was gone before I was 40.
So you're kind of like the last of the dying breed?
No, that kind of I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then you got all these kids and shit, right?
Yeah, I have my children.
How many?
7.
7.
Yeah.
So that alone is...
Yeah, but even when I leave, it's a wrap. And all of them not getting any money either.
Where's the money going?
I got certain places I was going to send it to.
Really?
Yeah.
But not the kids? They don't deserve it?
Well, it depends. I believe in the merit system.
Are any of them delivering on what they should be?
Yeah, my oldest daughter's a doctor. She's a brain surgeon. My oldest son is executive out here in Los Angeles, California.
Well, it's kind of ironic because like a brain surgeon doesn't really need like a couple $100,000, right? Like that she already got money.
My thing with my children is to see they're self-sufficient.
Right.
The girls are soft and women. My boys are men, and that's priceless in the world that we live in today.
Right.
Priceless.
Right.
And I take pride in it. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's kind of weird, like the fact that like my parents are gonna give me money when they die, when like clearly every year it gets less valuable for me to be given money. You know, like
I totally agree.
But then also like early in your life, giving someone a bunch of money is a really bad idea. So like if you gave me like $500,000 at 20, it would have been a disaster.
Right.
If you gave it to me at 30, it would have been pretty helpful. If you gave it to me now, it would be helpful, but not that helpful.
You wouldn't really care.
I kind of like cross that bridge at a certain point. You know.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. Because once you get past a certain point,
you
don't feel it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you want more.
Yeah.
You just look at your account. I don't know if this is enough.
Yeah.
But you still want more. But if something happens, you know you're okay. It's a beautiful feeling.
Right.
It's a beautiful feeling.
But you're not stressing giving it to your kids.
I'm not stressed about none of that.
You get
What happens, happens.
Right.
I love them all. It's just that's how I feel right now sitting with you.
Are you like not particularly close to them?
I love all. We're very close.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just the way I think and the way I move. Yeah, that's all. People think everything has to be about money, but Not with me. I think differently.
Yeah.
People find that out when they talk to me.
I feel like you and I are like different types of dudes because I feel like my problem is that like I could be with like a lot of different girls. Like I love women.
Yes.
And I feel like you are somebody who is able to like meet a lot of women, fuck a lot of women, and somehow you don't end up getting into relationships with them so much. I have like a real problem with that when I'm single. Like,
yeah, I
just start dating everybody.
You know what I think my situation was? The headaches that come with the bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate headaches. I hate issues. I hate problems that you cause for yourself.
Yeah.
And I got tired of being the fixer, the motivational speaker, the therapist. Got tired. So I've always focused on me, and look at the results. I'm damn near 70.
Yeah.
And blessed. They call me Benjamin Button.
Does anything slow down at 70 though? Like, what's the worst parts like?
Well, great thing, I still got erection. I still don't need no medication.
Nice.
But it's mental though. See, if you aggravate me, I can't fuck you.
Really?
Yeah, it's really, that dopamine is very serious. I got to be mentally attracted to you deep to fuck you like a porn star. That's how deep I go. If the connection's not there, I don't even want to be bothered with you. It's weird. And like I said, I like to use the word slutty or hoe to make it funny, but I was out there, I was doing my thing.
Yeah. Like an old school player.
Yeah, old school player, you know? And then I realized today, sitting here in this chair, I wasted my motherfucking time.
Really?
Yeah.
But it also gave you an amount of experience, like in terms of you making a decision about being with a woman long term. You have almost the opposite problem that a lot of young people have, which is that you have way too much information.
Yes.
Where it's kind of hard for any one woman to stand out. You kind of know too much about what you don't like and what you're particular about. You're Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
Where it's like every episode he's got a new beautiful woman.
Right.
And he's finding something wrong with them that is like something ridiculous.
True. Right.
Yeah.
Because to be in a relationship, you got to kind of be naive.
It helps.
It helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. If you really were like a hardened person that like knows everything about the world.
Yes.
Like a fucking prostitute or some shit, then like it's gonna be hard for you to like take the idea of a relationship serious.
Yes.
You know, those kind of girls.
And I'm smart. And peace of mind is my key. To hand your peace to someone is one of the most powerful things that a man can do to his life, because that person holds the power to your peace for years. For years. And if you're a man who's vulnerable and really love hard, and that woman cheats on you or steals from you, that's why the kids today crash out or kill the girl, because they're not tough. They're too emotional. And older guys too. That happens to older guys too. Me personally, nah. I like you. It might hurt if you did something, but it's gonna hurt me the longest I could be in pain over a woman. It's probably 3 days.
3 days. I feel it.
3 days.
If she dies, you're in love with her and she dies, 3 days.
I have never had that happen yet.
Okay.
That's a different ball game right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different ball game.
If the mother of your kids dies,
I'm gonna be hurt.
Sure you got to be f***ed up for more than 3 days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks for sure.
Oh no, longer than that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because my kids' moms are important to my kids, because I got 7 baby moms.
Yeah.
So each one of them are attached to their mom. And so if something happens to their mother, that's why I always try to make sure they're healthy, make sure they're doing right. I want them to eat good, because I need y'all to be here to do the rest, even though my kids are grown.
Yeah.
I just know I always get praise on how I made it to where I am with my family being gone. Because most people say I couldn't have lived if my mom, dad, and brothers died. And that's something that we need to talk to people about. Is parents need to teach their children how to survive when they die. It's not talked about enough. And kids lose it. They get depressed. They kill themselves sometimes.
My kid's 5.5, and if I were to talk to her about the idea of me dying,
no, that's too young. No, that's too young.
Yeah,
you got to wait till they older.
Yeah,
you know, you got to wait till they older and explain to them this is what you need to do. So when daddy leaves, because what you want to say that, but then you have to prepare yourself too. They can leave before you, and that can hurt.
Yeah, that's intense.
That's intense right there.
Yeah,
I don't wish that on no motherfucker body.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
To live with that,
definitely. Yeah. No, that's ugly.
Yeah, that's ugly.
What's I just had Michael Blackson on recently.
Nice guy.
Yeah, but you guys have issues with each other?
No.
No?
It was never an issue.
They got put to bed?
It was never an issue.
There was issues at one point.
No. He had, we was at a show, and I think something came up about how much money I made, and I just said a number, and they said I didn't make that kind of money.
You said you were lying.
Yeah, he said I was lying.
Okay.
But then they see the Bentley, they see the Aston Martin, but a lot of people don't know I move differently. Two, I think the world that we live in today, I don't know when they started announcing people's salaries, how much a person makes. That got to be the most dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
that people go around talking about how much money they got.
Yeah,
I'm old school. You don't talk about what you have. So it was never an issue. I just think it got into the media and it went another way. I don't know. You know, I never paid attention to it. But me and Mike is good.
Yeah. I had him on here the other day.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a flare up. Our interview got pushed back by like 6 months because he ended up having a baby with his side chick.
Yes, I heard about that.
And his wife was not happy about that.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't want to do an interview at a certain point.
And see, that's the kind of problems I don't want in life.
Yeah.
All that's aggravating to me.
Yeah.
But again, what happened there? He did it to himself.
Yeah.
He could have fucked her and not nutting her.
Yeah.
That's my point about men. You put yourself in these situations, and then you get mad at yourself.
I never had a hard time pulling out.
I did.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I think my hip muscles was weak when I was younger. I don't know what it is. Ask me that shit now. Shit.
Yeah. I could pull out. I could pull out all day.
Yeah.
I don't understand people who can't.
Yeah.
It's confusing to me.
Yeah. I totally agree. It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
When I sit back now, I deal with it, and I just want other men. See, times are much harder when I was coming up. I tell men that before you have sex or you think you're gonna have a child with a woman, just go to the couple daycares in your area and see how much that shit costs.
Price it out. Yeah.
Exactly. You won't even need a condom.
Yeah. Just ask the AI, like, how much would it cost for me to have a baby, and how much would it change my life?
Exactly.
Just have a little chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And watch with the numbers. Some people daycare is more than a mortgage.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Just so that you can work, so that you can give like all the money that you're making to the daycare, to raise your kid.
Yes.
And then also the money going into your apartment or wherever you stay at.
Right.
So you're working all the time, and all your money is going into this kid that you realistically don't even get to see that much.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy, bro.
It's
like my mom didn't even stop. Like now thinking about it, like I think my mom only took like a few months off for work and then put me in a fucking daycare.
Man,
think about that. It's like that's crazy. Like
it's
just
crazy.
The idea of like going back 9 to 5 after like a couple months.
Right. She had to.
Yeah, she had to. But
she
like,
had to.
Look, I feel like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't even have a kid.
That's my point.
But that
was back in the day. But see, because people have sex, not understand sex makes babies, not love.
Yeah.
Everybody that's walking straight, I guarantee 90%, 99% of the people were not planned.
Yeah.
Everybody, you was born because your mother and father was fucking.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But there was no plan went into it. When I see homeless people and people under the bridge and all that, I think about their parents.
Yeah.
Was you an accident? Was you loved? Like, how did it turn out this way for you?
Yeah.
Or did your parents abandon you at one point because you was just a fucked up child?
Yeah.
So many things. And I think people should, especially men and women, look at the person. You can't tell in 2 or 3 months. That's why girls who have 3 babies before 40 and not with the dad, then you meet a guy who got his shit together and you want that person to love you. But again, go back to say, when you're knowledgeable, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Kind of difficult because to be a young lady, another young lady explained to me that she wanted to get married. I said, ain't nobody marrying you with 3 kids. She said, TK, you really mean? I said, listen to me. Men don't want that responsibility. I said, now you could wait till your children are grown and out the house. You'll have a better shot.
Yeah, but also by that point, you're going to be like 50 or 60.
Yes. And that's why I said invest in yourself and make sure you look good. Most women, when they get older, they let themselves go.
Right.
You have to invest in your health and your look so that when your kids leave, you're still somewhat attractive.
Yeah.
A lot of women in their 60s and 50s don't look good.
No.
And that's why nobody's hollering at them.
Yeah.
And they could put the makeup on, the wig or whatever. But you get to keep your body because men are visual.
I mean, I say this as somebody who is in the porn game. And by the time a woman is like in her early 40s,
yes,
I mean, it is rarefied air. Like very few women who still realistically look good enough to be serious porn stars in their early 40s.
Right.
Even in the late 30s, realistically, like, chicks kind of start aging out of looking the part, and especially if you've had a couple kids, it's tough. And if you haven't taken care of yourself over the years, I mean, really the girls who still look good at 41 or 42 or whatever are the ones who were militant about diet.
Thank you.
Exercise.
Thank you.
Their plastic surgery went well.
You gotta take it seriously.
Yeah.
You can't play with it.
Yeah.
Because you understand, men are visual.
Yeah.
If you look good, somebody's gonna holler at you.
Yeah.
Then you gotta be good, look good on the inside.
Yeah.
Then you gotta have your life kind of together. Can't be fucked up.
I mean,
I met a young lady, gorgeous, in her 60s.
Really?
But she fucked up financially. Was done through a divorce. She didn't prepare for the future.
Yeah.
But I, being knowledgeable, I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
I'm just being smart.
You are trying to save her?
Yeah, I'm not saving no motherfucking body.
What would be your preferred age if you were going to get into a serious relationship right now?
I thought about that today. It's amazing. I would have to go young.
Okay. But how young?
Like 33, 34.
Okay.
And the reason why, no kids, they just getting their life together, and I want peace of mind. So to have peace, some of these girls that I know that's in their 30s, no children, good jobs.
But you want a 33, 34 who has decided not to have kids? Because that's usually kind of around the time where they sort of have to make
you can't,
the decision.
I'm not trying to get married.
Yeah.
So if you want to have, I'll get you prepared for the motherfucker who's going to get married. I'll get you ready for that guy. But I'm not having no more children. My will and all that shit is done.
You get the vasectomy?
No, not yet. No, I'm not gonna get it.
Just pulling out.
I'm not. I told you my sex life is done. And if I am gonna come, I'm gonna make sure it's an older bitch that got a hysterectomy.
That's real.
Yeah, you can leave your dick in them all day.
Yeah.
And let it drip and not have a problem.
See, okay, this is the problem with being single.
Okay.
Is that if you're a guy who's in the public eye and you've got your relationship under control, meaning you got a long-term girlfriend or a long-term wife or whatever, then you realistically are going to have to fuck up pretty bad to get like PR that, if you just go to work and then you go home to your wife, maybe you go out to some parties or whatever, it's hard to have like a bad PR moment. Yes. Whereas if you're dating, if you are going, never mind, if you're going to clubs, if you're going out to parties, if you're drinking and you're meeting women and flirting with different women and giving out your number and getting people's numbers and taking a girl on a couple dates and not really letting it go anywhere or whatever, it's like, it's a ticking time bomb in terms of this somehow coming to the surface
Absolutely.
and impacting your public image. Now, for somebody like me or you, if a girl comes out and says, oh, I was kind of dating TK or Adam and they were like, he was kind of shitty to me or whatever, or he was a dick or whatever. I mean, it's kind of like whatever. We already don't have like the cleanest public image, but it's like just having that element of chaos in your life and knowing that at any given time a woman could say anything she wants about you, and she's someone that you let in your bedroom, and there was no camera set up, and she could realistically say anything from minor things to the most serious of accusations. You know, like just being single feels chaotic in a way that is not really attractive to me. And I would, if I was to become single, that's like probably the biggest thing to consider.
Give you an example. When social media came out, you know how being a celebrity, we take pictures of people. A young lady I was dating, she was a doctor. Gorgeous. But her mind wasn't right. And she said, TK, you got a lot of girlfriends. I said, what do you mean? She sent me pictures of about 10, 15 women she got on social media that I had no fucking idea who it was. But these women were light skin and long hair. Okay, here comes the psychology. I said, there's something wrong with you. She said, what do you mean? I said, every woman on here is light skin and long hair. You got something against women who are light skin and long hair.
Was she dark skinned?
She was dark skinned.
Short hair?
She was gorgeous. But she had her own hair, whatever, but not one picture was of a dark woman. And I said, there's something wrong with your psyche. Because one, I don't know who these women are, and you picked all these women. Now, I can't date all these 15 girls that you sent me pictures of. And 3, I have no idea who the fuck they are. It was at a show. I took a picture. You can see the DVDs in my hand. Those are the problems that I have dating people not understanding. Or people who don't get it. Some things just don't make sense. And I got to a point I just can't explain things no more. It is what it is. Whatever you feel.
It's not
You'll see when you get my age.
You
ain't explaining shit no damn more. Trust me.
No, I already, before my wife, I started to notice more and more that my relationships, I would like meet a girl, seemed like it was going okay, spend some time together, and I'm talking, you know, like hang out a couple times or whatever, the sleep over a couple of times, and then I was getting to the point where they would say like one thing that pissed me off that I would just like not even like, oh, we're fighting about it, but just kind of be like, just mentally like, nah, okay, we're done. I'm just
that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Okay,
that's where I'm at. The craziest thing, I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. That's exactly how I feel. And what's so beautiful about this, you can meet somebody else. It's not like it's one person. You could actually go out and meet another person and give that person a shot too. After 2 days. No, for sure. That is the good part about just living in a major city. Absolutely.
There's a lot of,
or just having the gift of gab and having a personality. We are able to walk up to women. See, the young kids, they don't know how to talk. They want TikTok to
I talk too much. You know? Like now it's like, if I'm hanging out with a girl who's like 23 and I'm being myself, which is basically just babbling at all times, just talking about fucking whatever. I mean, part of it's because they're fucking young and nervous and like I'm famous or whatever. So they're like, feel weird about me. But it's like, and usually these are girls that I'm about to do porn with, but like, then they just like, it stands out that like they don't know how to operate around somebody who's just talking about random shit all the time because they are used to being around people that don't really talk.
Totally agree. Or don't have good subject matters. See, people who are intelligent, we know a little bit of everything. You be on this podcast, you are privileged to different walks of life.
And if you say some shit that I don't know about, I'll just be like, so what's that about? What's
exactly.
That? And they don't, that's weird to them.
Yes, that's so true. And that's, or like you said, if you talk too much and it's not about nothing, oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that. My mind won't allow it. my spirit won't allow it.
Yeah.
Nah, no way.
I got a friend that you know. I'll tell you off camera who I'm talking about.
Okay.
But he is famous and recently back on the singles scene.
Okay.
Older guy. Meets a girl online. She's a little hottie. She's sexy.
Yes.
She's kind of young though. She's like in her 20s.
Okay.
This guy's
no
older.
fuck away.
And he hangs out with her, flies her out, and they get into a huge explosive fight because she wants to film a TikTok. And he just says, I don't do that. Like, I'm not doing I keep my fucking dating life private. I'm not doing a TikTok with you.
Right.
And she gets so mad that she like storms out and leaves and ruins the trip. I guess they had already had sex, but
yeah, go.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. I've had that happen with me.
For real?
I want to do a TikTok. I'm not doing no fucking TikTok. No way. And kids, if you take them out to eat, you know what they do?
What?
They want to take pictures of everything at the restaurant and put it on
so they remember
social media.
Yeah. That's it. No.
I like for a woman to come out. That shit it doesn't matter.
Don't phase her.
Doesn't phase you.
See, I feel like an old head when I take photos of it because I feel like if there's anyone younger, they're gonna think that I'm being an old head, being like, "Oh, I gotta take a picture of my fucking sandwich."
No, I mean you could do that. I would do something like that by myself.
Okay.
But not on a date.
Yeah.
Not on a date.
My wife was on my case for it the other day because I had the flash on in a dark restaurant taking photos of my food.
She was on you?
The flash is what she thought was really tacky. Right. And it was video, so it's not just a bright flash, it's a sustained light.
Right.
She just
well, that's your wife, so yeah. She was embarrassed?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like, You're acting like a cringe old man.
How old are you now?
42.
Oh, you're a baby, yo.
I'm getting there though.
42. Wow.
You know, stuff starts slowing down.
I'm old enough to be your granddad.
Yeah. You could be younger, and that could be true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 66.
Oh, 66. Oh, I thought you were at 70. All right. So that Social Security. Do you even notice it coming in?
Nah.
You wait your whole life for it, and then just who the f cares? Nah. Like $1,400?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude, Doughboy. He was using the language settling. Like he's real concerned that he doesn't want to settle.
Okay.
With a woman. And I told him, like, listen, I think you're great. I love you. You're my friend. But you're 46. You should not be worried about settling. You should really be trying to find like any woman who will take you in and deal with your bullshit.
Absolutely.
Settling is the last thing that needs to be on your mind.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay.
I totally agree. And you want to get chosen.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to him, he's not like a strong, healthy, in shape woman gonna chase you because you're so fine.
He's
like,
dying, yeah.
Like, you know, it is what it is, right? So you got to do something to get the women to come to you.
Yeah.
It's no doubt about it. Yeah. You got to be in shape. You got to look good. I love him. I think he's a nice gentleman. I saw him.
Yeah.
A woman ain't running up on his ass. I'm just being honest.
Well, you want to know something? I'll tell you some real shit.
I'm listening.
I go to the Wildin' Out comedy show that they did during the Netflix as a Joke Festival, right? I go to the Wildin' Out thing with Nick Cannon and everybody's out there on stage and all that stuff. And so afterwards, we walk out, and this is like Doughboy's element because he was on Wildin' Out. So the hardcore Wildin' Out fans, they know who Doughboy is.
Right.
And so a girl runs up out of her minivan, shaved head, and she wants a photo with Doughboy, and I guess he got her phone number and hit the sheets with her like soon after. So he's
but she had a shaved head,
and that's what I told her. Is I'm like, you guys have the same haircut because he got a shaved head.
There's no way I'm fucking a girl that just got out of a van with a shaved head.
Yeah,
unless she got cancer.
Minivan. Yeah, she might have. We don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm not above that. I'll f a cancer patient.
Yeah, I f***ed the actual cripple girl once.
Yeah?
Yeah, seriously. I used to do a joke about that. That's the only thing that was on you. You had to hold the legs.
There's a girl in a wheelchair that does porn. I haven't shot with her, but
is she fine?
She's pretty cute.
Got a nice ass. How can I get in porn at my age?
She's always sitting down. So
let me ask you a question. So, if I want to do porn, you can get me in?
Yeah, I could actually. At first, it would probably be more of an exhibition game, a little bit of a freak show thing. Like, hey, this is famous guy, TK Kirkland. He's doing porn. But who knows? Maybe you could really just be out there. Because, like, okay, life of a porn dude. Like, I know a guy who does porn, and literally every day, like Monday through Friday, and he has a wife, he's got multiple kids, but he's just got like a separate condo or whatever, and every day 2 or 3 different women come to the condo. They shoot a couple of different reels. They shoot photos, whatever. They f for about a half hour on camera. He nuts on their face. She leaves. He takes a shower, chill out for a couple hours. Another girl come in 3 times in a day. He's doing this. And this is like, he's just a regular ass guy. And you get to know him like the regular guy, family, wife. The wife is not tripping about him fucking these girls.
That's interesting.
I mean, that's just his life. And I, for some reason, I have such respect for that. For a guy who can like just do that day in, day out. Because I do it, but I do it like once a week on average.
I could do it once a month.
Yeah.
Because I'm the kind of guy that once I climax, all my DNA is gone. I'm weak.
Really?
Oh man, I'm done.
I got a couple rounds in me.
Yeah, I'm done. When I was your age, I was something else.
Okay.
Now everything has to be planned properly. Mindset got to be right, and I got to have phenomenal lust for that woman.
Really?
To the hell out of her.
I think you need to get on testosterone. I think you need to get horny again.
No, I do get horny. I can just control it.
You need to get more horny.
No. I don't want to be that way.
Okay.
No. You don't understand. No.
But your testosterone's high?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, especially for my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done pretty good with my health. I'm excited.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm horny every day.
Really? Okay.
Every day. Just have to really stay in control, you know? And I know when I'm super horny when I find fat bitches really attractive.
Yeah.
Like when I'm start looking at fat bitches, I'm going through the airport, I'm like, that bitch fine.
Yeah.
I said, no, it's crazy.
If I don't have sex or jerk off, because, I did a boxing match.
Yes.
I don't know if you know about
I think
this.
I heard about that.
It did not go so well.
Yeah.
But I did a boxing match, and so I didn't jerk off for, I think, 2 weeks.
Oh, you was in pain.
Oh, I was hurting.
Oh, my God.
I was pissed.
Man, because what people don't understand, masturbation is a release of, it relaxes you. It relaxes your dopamine. It's a great feeling. Like,
takes the edge off.
Takes the edge off. And I'm a great masturbator. I didn't want to say it, but that's what keeps me in control.
Really?
Yeah, it keeps me balanced.
You jerk off 7 times a day?
Yeah, 6 or 7 times.
That's insane. That's
outrageous shit. But I had to slow down because my doctor said my prostate was elevated a little bit.
And so I actually just recently kind of became more of a friend of this this gay comedian named JJ Lieberman.
Okay, out of Chicago.
I'm not sure, I forget, but he plays poker, so that's kind of why I started talking to him a little bit. And he's gay, and he's talking on his story or an Instagram reel about how he loves getting prosties, which I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but I'm guessing that it's like stimulating your prostate, like having a guy finger your butt or something, maybe. So that's something new that I just learned.
Yeah, every fucking day, man.
Prostate.
That's what I'm saying. Knowledge.
Yeah. Gay knowledge.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't as smart as I was, because I think people who aren't that smart are extremely fucking happy.
Oh yeah.
Am I right?
Oh yeah, and that's like proven, where you have people who have like really insanely high IQs and they're just tormented. They're like, life is very, very hard for them. Whereas like you just want to be in the sweet spot, because like I know people who play poker, right? And they're pretty good at poker, and every day they play poker and they earn a decent living, and to them it's about as good as it gets.
Right.
Life is great. I get to play this fucking game and I get to, make some money, and life is good.
Right.
But if that same person was just a little more curious a little bit more intrigued by the world around them, then life is harder, because then you're kind of constantly considering like, well, maybe I should be doing this with my life. Maybe I should have a family. Maybe I should have kids. Like, you know, it's like the more aware you are of like what's going on in the outside world, the harder it is to be content.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Knowledge is on so many levels keeps me where I'm at, because it doesn't make sense now to get to this age and get smart to go against everything life has taught you. Do you agree? Because life it taught me all this. When you get 60-something, all your experiences. Yeah. You graduated. You can look back and I did this, I did that, and I learned from this and that. Now, everything I've learned, if I go against it, I lose.
But see, then that's the weird part about getting old, is that at a certain point, you're kind of cornered, because when you're 18 and your buddy says, hey, jump in the car, you say, all right, sure. Or like, you know, hey, you want to go do this? All right, sure. You know, let's do whatever.
Right.
Because I'm 18. I don't know what the I want to do.
You don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah. And then by the time, even at 42, sometimes I look at my life and it's like when I was 16, I used to play all kinds of different video games.
Right.
Now I'm 42. Realistically, I've kind of like figured out like one or two games that I like to play. And it's very hard for me to imagine like trying a different game or like, you know, I've seen all the different kinds of movies. I kind of know what kind of movies I like. It's not like I'm very unlikely to just find some new genre of movie that I love that I just wasn't aware of before.
It's so true.
And that's kind of the weird thing about getting older, is that you just,
when you get older, everything becomes a rerun. You know what's going to come out of somebody's mouth before they do. You can read a situation prior to that person knowing what's going to happen. I see it all. And
I think that's part of why people are creeped out when they see a Leonardo DiCaprio dating a 19-year-old model.
Yeah, she don't know what's about to happen.
Because he's lived this exact thing like thousands of times, hundreds of times. She's doing this for the first time. This is the first time she's been around a ballin' ass dude who's going to take her to the club, spend a bunch of money on her, and fuck her and drink with her, or whatever the fuck it is. And he's just done this so many times that it feels kind of unfair. It just feels wrong. It feels like when you see like a boxer who's like having his first fight against a guy who fought 200 times.
Right.
Just feels wrong.
Yeah, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
But people do what they do.
Yeah.
That's what makes this world so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And you take it one day at a time.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. TK, thank you for pulling up. What do you want them to do if they want to engage with you on social media or give you money in something?
Follow me at TK_Kirkland. If you get this in time, August 6th, catch me at City Winery in Chicago. August 7th, 8th, 9th, catch me in New Jersey, my hometown, in New Rochelle at Bananas Comedy Club. And August 15th, catch me in Jackson, Mississippi with Mark Curry, Tony Roberts at the Thalia Mara Hall. It's going to be a great show. And then August 21st to the 23rd, Atlanta, Georgia, Uptown Comedy Theater in Norcross. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody who watched this. Shout out to TK Kirkland. We're going to stay clear of that street shit. Absolutely. For sure. No more DPs, guys. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to our members who got to see this first for only $5 a month. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you.